Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today we're doing another VOD review. This is actually for, I think it's Angel, isn't it? Yes. This is Angel's first ever VOD actually. I don't think we've ever done an Angel VOD before. So it's going to be really interesting to see. I'm just quickly read out the little note they basically put for me and then we'll get straight into it. So, after 6 games, this is my only close one. I think I struggled with my Valk and staying out of LOS and think my movement could do with some improvements. And they are currently Diamond 2. Okay, so we're looking like a Diamond console mod. It's very moment of time. So I guess we'll hop into it in just a second. But just let you guys know that you can also get your own VOD views. They have 5,000 channel points. I do them on Twitch on Mondays, but I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. That's obviously like my own gameplay and stuff like that. You're more than welcome to obviously come along and lurk, or you're more than welcome to as well come and say hello to my lovely community. It's completely up to you guys. Just do whatever you feel most comfortable with. Save with those 5k channel points as they're completely free and you can get your own VOD view. We have Cobalt. Now, if people have been watching my streams and stuff like that and you're like a regular on the streams, you guys will know how much I hate Cobalt. It looks like, you know her stuff? It looks like, you know those like water pipes that you get like in what's it called? In like department stores, like a PVC pipe. That's what it looks like in my opinion. I'm sorry, I really don't like this skin, but I think it's the first ever VOD that I've had of someone with Cobalt. So, anyways, I guess we'll just get straight to the VOD. We just quick look at our team compounds beforehand. Obviously, we have ourselves a Sigma, Ashe, Junkrat, and AlphaAli. Right. I'm going to give you a bit of fair warning now. AlphaAli Mercy isn't a lot of healing because especially if AlphaAli's pylon goes down and someone isn't being healed by AlphaAli's pylon, it means that essentially there's a very like lack of healing unless if you do it yourself. And also, it means that tanks can't really be as aggressive as they want to, because obviously they have to back off to be healed up by the turret and the Mercy, and before they can go back in. So it's just something to like bear in mind. If you do find yourself, you know, if you do find that your tank's struggling with like that kind of healing and stuff like that, it's probably best to switch off one of the two, basically. So we're going to get into the VOD. Obviously, main blue beam is going to be our Ashe. Already love where we're positioned right now. This is really great. Love how we're hugging this wall as we're ready. Obviously, prime position to play as Mercy. Already got Mr. Clean on the opposite team already. But really nice, obviously, you know, helping your Ashe. My only thing is I do not like how close you're standing. I would rather you stood a little bit further back, like here. The reasoning is because you're keeping your distance away from the Ashe. So, because for example, at this very moment in time, you don't know what comp they're running whatsoever. So they could have like an Ashe that could come and dynamite you guys and then, you know, it'll hit both of you. It's best if you play that distance already and be safe already. It also means as well, if people like start obviously you're really pressuring your Ashe, and obviously your Ashe ends up like dying and stuff like that and everyone's like here, you know, trying to pressure you and stuff, you can simply just back off and then come to your team a little bit quicker here. So I think definitely just start off by just playing a little bit further back here, but I love how you're positioned already, okay? Also, while you do this, be sure to just be looking at your team. Remember, you are, like, you know, you are, like, with this AlphaAli. And right now, like, you can see Ashe's health bar, like, on your screen, remember? So you don't need to keep eyes on her, like, 24/7. You can actually be flicking kind of, like, around like this, just so you keep an eye on your team. Because once again, like, if someone ends up losing a load of HP, it's going to be really, what's it called? My dog was on me during the first few moments. Oh, okay. I was wondering why you like stood so still. Like I was like, oh okay. But it's all good, no worries. Okay, my only thing is I don't like you peeking this main bit. If you need to help your team, you need to be coming around this side because you GAing like completely across this bit is going to put you so vulnerable to all these guys. You have to essentially just play your distance and play kind of like back, you know, like back here basically, and then if that Sigma does need help, then you have to like a backwards GA in and out like this. But it's very much you have to kind of like rely on your AlphaAli very much here, you know, to try and like help. Bit of a messed up GA. I think I would definitely just do a GA in and out here. Like if you want to obviously, you know, go and help your Sigma, this needs to be like a GA, directional GA, and then back over to here. So you can be what's it called, back with the Ashe instead of like, you know, and you end up kind of like bumping your head and stuff like that around here. I think you just essentially need to get yourself in, out, and then just kind of like play. Once again, try and get back to your Ashe. Be mentally prepared. Wait, what ends up happening? So we end up like rotating up to this high ground. I like this. I would definitely be pushing up a little bit more here. Love how you're using this cover. Oh, okay. I like you using this cover. Do not get me wrong. Sorry, this cover. I like you using it. Do not get me wrong. But ensure that you're not like sliding off this side because obviously it puts you in LOS for everyone. I like how you're using it though. Just obviously, you know, be mindful of your GA cooldowns and stuff like that. But I think definitely play a bit more over this side if you want to do it. If you obviously, you know, if you end up kind of like losing your J cooldown and stuff like that, you can definitely just kind of like play back here-ish if you need to. Just so like, you know, you're really out of LOS and you're also like, you know, being mindful of like, this opening, and you're also being mindful of like the main opening and stuff. Let's keep going. Nice damage boost here. Just obviously the same thing again, just be careful of this like left room. I think it would be better for you if you played here, by the way, instead of like playing right the way in here. Because obviously like if May just comes in here, she could just, because May's obviously going to know where you are from your beam and stuff like that. Beam really gives you away and stuff like that. So she can essentially just come in and just like come straight onto you as Mercy. So I would definitely, instead of playing this side, I would play this side. Just so you have that extra bit of like natural cover to protect you from it all. And it also allows you, like, you know, to fly up to, like, over here. Like, say your Ash backs off and goes up to here. You can then back off up to here. Or, like, you can back off even further, like, over here if you desperately need to. Just once again, gives you that extra bit of, like, safety. So this is fine. I would definitely just keep on hugging that wall, though. Remember, if you're safe, keep that space. Right? Essentially, my, like, big saying is essentially if you're safe, you just don't move, stay where you are. You do not need to move. Like, right now, where you are, you're not being pressured. Your people are still in beam range. Literally just stay here. There is no need for you to move from this section. So if you're safe, keep that space. Okay? But so obviously you can see the Reaper. I feel as though we're playing very out in the open right now. Yeah. We're playing very out in the open right now. And I would, honestly, I would just once again stay to this, like, low ground. Play your cover, be just like backing off with your team like this, because although yes they have got rid of that hit scan of like that castle now on this Reaper, it still makes you so easy to pick off if you're like vertically jumping up like this, because it is, you know, it's like a straight like trajectory, like it's very easy to, you know, pick you up and stuff like that. You also don't really need to go in here, like just let Junkrat do his own like little flanky business, you know. Very much when I have a Junkrat on my team, unless if I feel like, you know, I need to desperately be with him and stuff like that, I just leave him alone. I let him do his thing, and I will, you know, like play play with someone else. But anyways, need to go help Junk, very nice. Obviously, you know, going to go and help him. Whenever you want to cross a chokehold like this, do not walk across like you just did. Try to look to see if you can GA across. But it's the same thing again, where it's like, you don't need to cross here. Like, you're safe over here. There's no need for you to rotate. Stay where you are. Play your cover. Jiggle peek this wall if you, like, you desperately need to, or, like, jump in and out. But for now, you can very much just stay where you are. Keep going. See, Ryan's pinned in. I've been looking to GA out now. Nice. This is fine. So, you know, helping. Damage boost the lift up on the Flux. With Flux, Flux works really weirdly as an ultimate to damage boost, right? But you can, so with Sigma's Flux, you can damage boost the lift up, and you can also damage boost any kind of like damage he does in it, but you cannot damage boost the slam down. It's a really kind of like interesting way that you can damage boost. So whenever you see Sigma, like, you know when he makes like the little like blue, I guess, whirlpool kind of thing on the ground, make sure you put your blue beam on then. So then it allows you to allow that to have that damage boost as, you know, as they're being lifted up. You can then decide, depending on his HP, whether you need to, like, heal him up, or whether you need to, like, you know, you can keep damage boosting him, or whether it might actually be better to maybe switch your beam onto someone else. But definitely, when he's going for that lift up, put that damage boost on him, okay? And keep going. I damage boost Ashe here. Like, Ashe is not being contested here, so you could essentially just stick the blue beam onto her and just definitely just, like, allow her to, like, get some damage off and stuff like that. If she was being really hard pressured by, like, someone, then obviously, you know, go and heal and stuff like that. But right now, she's completely free and, like, you know, fine to damage boost. She's not, like, critical. You could just damage boost her during this bit. Walking forward, obviously, it's going to help Sigma, so it's completely fine. Nice. You don't need to bulk here. Okay, let me quickly back out. I'll let you know when you should probably bulk. Because right now, I think you end up popping it because you can't reach your Junkrat, right? Your Junkrat's really, really safe, so you do not need to, like, be rushing to, like, to go and help him, alright? So a lot of the you do, you push forward to go and help your Sigma. So this is completely fine, right? At this point, right, your Junkrat is really, really safe. Damage boost your Sigma to allow that extra pressure onto the Mei. And then it allows you to open up that opportunity to help your Junkrat. And I'll let you know if you need to, like, you know, Valk this fight. Because you have lost their Ryan. It's now a 4v4 for you guys. Pretty much, I don't think you're going to need to Valk this. Because very much, oh, I've got Valk. I'm going to pop it straight away, right? try to hold it off if you can. So I think at this point you could definitely just get away with just damage boosting people. You're playing very out in the open here as well. Like, if you want to use your Valk, try to use it using your cover. Like, use these kind of like pillars, use this like back kind of pillar over here, something like that. Because you flying yourself all the way up into here can put you in, obviously, they have Honor that can hit you now, because obviously they switched to Honor. Life Weaver could also like try spamming you out. May could hit you with an icicle as well, if she was like had some really good aim. So I think definitely still play it a little bit further down. But we could have definitely held off on our Valk right now. Because can you see how, like, they're all not pressuring in until, like, about now-ish? But, like, even now, like, they don't have the Rhyme with them or anything like that. You could definitely, like, what's it called? Like, hold off up until, like, the Rhyme comes back, and then you could use your Valk, okay? But keep going, to see how you end up, like, making the most out of it. Obviously, healing up Sigma, which is completely fine. Nice damage boost onto the rock. As soon as you damage boost that rock, though, try to go for your Ashe, because obviously Ashe is going to be your main blue beam. He got booted by the coach gun and then behind the May wall. Oh, that is unfortunate for that Reaper, let's just say that. Nice, obviously, you know, helping your Sigma there while the May's like push forward. I respect the damage boost there. At this point, this is a point where you can damage boost your Sigma. I was also debating whether not to Glock. No, honestly, you didn't need to. You didn't need to Glock. I feel so at the moment you're getting your priorities a bit mixed up with who we should be damage boosting, right? Because at this moment in time, we should be pressured up with our Sigma and damage boosting. And then the other time we should have been with our Ashe and damage boosting, okay? Try to think to yourself, when you're in a team fight, who is going to get the most value from my blue beam right now? Okay, right now, for example, it's going to be your Sigma, because your Sigma's pushed up like really far forward and is like being really aggressive here. So I would definitely push up with him to keep on applying that pressure. But then before, it was more so your Ashe, because obviously your Sigma's like backing off with like the suck thing. I don't know what the name of the ability is called. You know the one where it has like the little black hole thing, that thing? Yeah, he's using that, so obviously can't be damage boosted. So chuck it on someone else, okay? We'll keep going. This is because you're using the old backwards GA, okay? What I'd recommend, if you don't already, I would recommend chucking your sense up a little bit higher, because it'll allow you to, because this is fine, you know, you go in to go and help your Sigma, do not get me wrong, but then it allows you to quickly flick around and then look for your shortest path to kind of like get you away, in which case it'll probably be up to here so that you can help your Ashe. That way you have the speed, you know, because whenever you do the backwards GAs now, it has a 20% speed reduction whenever you like, you know, GA yourself backwards like this. It has the speed reduction. I would highly recommend, if you need to go and help your Sigma here, go in, but then tilt your camera over to here to your Ashe, and then GA yourself up to here, so then he will miss the shatter on you, because obviously you're all the way over here now. So then you'll probably only have to like, you know, help out your Sigma who's probably been shattered. But it was keep going. I think you're probably going to be picked off here, which is unfortunate. Your team end up doing like, you know, hold it though, which is really, really great. It just end up means that essentially we end up kind of getting picked off where we could have like just moved somewhere a bit differently. All right. But I think overall Angel though, like really like good so far. Like we kind of like know our cover. Oh, look what GA to him. That's so sweet. Oh, that's so sweet, man. I always love it whenever people come pick me up. That's really smart. Yeah, no, I like. It was really, really good. So basically, shut down Blizzard in a sec. Try, if you can, not to backwards GA as much as you can. Like, sure, you can use it like to create space, like from whoever you're beaming and stuff like that. But if you can, you know, try to, you know, base yourself some way and like try to like GA yourself to like a certain area and stuff like that, because you essentially, what's it called? You essentially like being like really, what's it called? Like doing the backwards GA is just gonna make you like so much slower compared to if you're able like to quickly flick yourself about. Now, obviously it depends on like sense and stuff, because you know sense is an absolute like personal thing. I always recommend to try and chuck it on as high as you can, but you know you don't have to follow my advice. You can do whatever you want basically. But I'd highly recommend chucking it up a tiny bit more, so you can definitely like get these like flicks off and like flick yourself over to here and stuff like that basically. But it's obviously, so we just in May. Nice how you managed to get yourself out. Really, really nice. Just remember, like, whenever you hear a male, try to just separate yourself from your team, so it gives you GA options. So it means if you end up getting caught out in the blizzard, then you give yourself a really long distance to allow yourself to GA yourself out. And if you're not in it, then obviously then you can help those that are in it, okay? Because I feel as though we do end up kind of like just walking out into it. Damage Mr. L'Oreal here. So we can get, basically, we want to try and get the most damage boost out of this. If we damage boost AlphaAli ult here, it's going to really kind of like, it's going to help your Sigma out even more than you just going straight to the Sigma. Let me explain. So if you go to damage boost this AlphaAli ult, it's going to absolutely rip through these guys, right? And it's going to panic them, going to think, oh my gosh, like I've been sunstruck, or like I've got sunstroke, whatever the ultimate is. I don't know what it is. But essentially they're going to be like really like, oh my gosh, like, and they're going to start backing off because they're obviously, you know, they're going to like want the support and stuff like that. They're not going to start progressing forward. This provides so much good protection for your Sigma to allow yourself to then start healing him up. It literally takes 1 second just to flick the damage boost beam onto the AlphaAli, and then it means that then they can then just start backing off, and then you can put the beam onto the Sigma. Okay? But we keep going. Nice how you managed to keep him up though. Really, really nice. Can't do anything for your Junkrat. Nice. You cannot get that res off, so don't try it. Like, as soon as you see these guys, like, you know, you haven't picks anyone off, right? So they're still going to keep progressing forward. They're still going to be, you know, being aggressive and stuff like that. So you play your life now. You can play like up here, or you can play up at this like top window, wherever you feel like it's going to be best for you to play. Play there. Just keep yourself safe. Keep yourself up. Nice heals. Nice heals obviously onto. That's unfortunate. We needed to move a little bit sooner here. My position really sucks here. Yeah. It all comes from you being in this room, right? You very rarely want to be in this room as Mercy unless if you have people to protect and support you, right? You essentially, in this kind of scenario, want to be more stood up here or up in that window because it gives you opportunities to back off, and it also gives you opportunities to go in. Now, obviously, you see this Orisa come forward. As soon as you see this Orisa come forward, you now need to rotate yourself because this, and obviously what's called, it gives you opportunities to then get out, as quick as you can, because what ends up happening is obviously she sees where your beam is and she's like, bam, javelin, you're dead, kind of thing. So just kind of like preempted that and tries to play a little bit safer. I feel as though you're not going to win in this because obviously, you know, Sigma ends up getting picked off, and then they use a lot of ultimates basically to try and get this, this fight, which is completely fine. So good, we move on and we keep going, basically. So we're going to have to make the sad and slow walk back by ourselves, which is really unfortunate. Alorian's getting picked off, which is once again unfortunate as well. Ash gets picked off. Okay, she gets yoinked. Back yourself out now. Nice. Okay, I like you being with your Sigma here. And obviously, you know, not going in like to go and res anyone. You know, you're looking to maybe try and get people out, and then you don't bother. Nice pistoling on the Mei, you know, to like create that pressure and stuff like that. As soon as your Sigma is back though, try to move yourself off to the side, because what could happen is this team could like still, you know, be wanting to be really aggressive and start coming like really forward, and obviously you are stood main. You are stood in no cover right now. So if you can, when you see the Sigma get back, try to bring yourself over to this side-ish, kind of like here, so that it allows you to still have that cover on them just in case they start, you know, pushing like really aggressively and stuff. Nice blue beam though into the Sigma. Nice heals while he's got his grasp up. Just once again, you want to play that distance. Nice with helping with the flux, although I don't like the super jump upwards. Like, we could definitely just once again just use our cover a little bit more, because you super jumping upwards is going to put you, like, you know, like really predictable to go and like see and stuff like that. So I think definitely just like play your cover and stuff like that. I was trying to dance around his shield. Okay. I like the Valk. Honestly, I respect the Valk here. Let me just quickly go back because I feel so I kind of like lost my momentum a tiny bit. Yeah, so it's this bit. So as soon as you know this Orisa's going to be wanting to come in, just play backwards, play like, you know, play safe and everything. You can literally still like play safe here because the Orisa's going to get really distracted with like the ult and everything. So you can literally just still like play on the ground, damage just from like down here, okay? Same thing with the backwards J's again. Try to, you know, use other movements and stuff like that so you can get around. And then once again, you're stood out in this open bit, right? What you want to do here is, I know you want to, you know, help your Sigma. Get your beam onto him, then flick your camera around and J yourself over to here. Because then it means you really forcing the Orisa to like really come out, to come and get to you. And hopefully your team will, you know, realize that and help follow up on the that damage, right? Instead of you being stood out into this main bit, because you're pretty much like asking to get ulted by the Orisa right now, right? Play your cover, play back here. So it like really, you know, what's it called? Makes the Orisa really work to try and get to you. I respect the Valk here, you know, like to try and get yourself out. I would definitely, instead of your beam being on your AlphaAli though, because remember your AlphaAli has a little like jumpy thing to get out, I'd be looking to maybe put your beam onto your Sigma a little bit more. But it's fine. I respect the Valk though, so I'm just gonna see kind of like what you end up doing with it all. Nice. Nice, I was still like being wants to be aggressive though. Nice. You did your movement though, you did try. Damage boost here. Really nice pick. Remember when this pylon's up, right? It does so much healing and stuff like that. To like people that are stood around it and stuff like that. So at this very moment in time, you don't need to be rushing to the healing beam here. You can literally just like still be stood here like damage boosting whoever. The only person you desperately need to start healing if, you know, if like they start getting weak is your Orisa, because your Orisa isn't an LOS of this healing pylon. You can literally just stand here, damage boost your Ashe. Okay, Ashe gets slept, that's fine. Damage boost AlphaAli, okay? But okay, and Javelin a little bit. I would definitely still, obviously, you know, be looking to damage boost AlphaAli again in a roll. Can you see how once again we're just stood out in the open, right? I want you, this is going to be my biggest piece of advice for you right now, Angel, right? I want you, in every single team fight, think to yourself, okay, where can the enemies attack me from? And how can I make it so I'm not stood out in that space at any point? Because I've said it a few times now where we kind of like just stood out in the open like this. And we're very much kind of like saying to the enemies like, hey, look at me, this is where I am kind of thing. Compared to if we're using our cover and we're playing back behind all this cover and everything. Remember, natural cover is our absolute best friend, okay? It's always going to be there for you. It's always going to be there to protect you. And it's the safest place that you can possibly be is behind a wall or behind some kind of like piece of cover, crouched down, anything other than, you know, like being out in this open bit. So whenever you get into like a team fight or like wherever you get into a fight or anything, or like any kind of like part of the map, just think to yourself, where can the enemy team shoot me from? And make sure you're just not stood there. But LOS issues are bad. Yeah, I feel as though that's your main issue right now. Because don't get me wrong, like you have... Okay. We don't need to heal Bob here because Bob's going to be gone in a sec. So I think just definitely work on damage boosting someone else. Nice, obviously, you know, helping your Orisa here. Do a cancel GA here because your GA is going to be on cooldown now. Because you can literally cancel your GA and then just play the cart like this. And then obviously if Orisa starts pushing you in, then you can like GA yourself out like really quickly. Because you doing like, this mini super jump is going to put your GA on cooldown really quickly. Sorry, quite a bit. Love how you're trying to aggress with her though. Stay with her though, because she's being an aggressive. Stay with her. Hopefully you can hear the mace, so just be careful. Obviously, Junkrat's again here, so it's completely fine. Really, really nice. Awesome. Love, obviously, you know, damage boost here. Really nice on the switching of the beams as well. This is really, really great. You know, switching like whoever's doing the damage. Really, really nice. Obviously helping Junkrat, which is fine. I like the damage boost. I wish your Ashe was down here though. Like, I do not understand why your Ashe is playing so far away. Your Ashe is going to do nothing up here. So I'm really glad that you take that initiative to stay with your team right now. Really, really great. We're so much better if your Ashe was down here, but sadly that's not happening anyways. So you're going to know now that obviously, you know, we've not really picked off anyone, so they're now going to start, you know, pushing in. So we need to now correct our position accordingly, right? We know the May's behind. Do not peek it, right? You know that, you know she's there. AlphaAli knows she's there. Cool. Now play your positioning accordingly. Play here. So use that payload to, you know, block her LOS and help your team here. Oh, they start pushing in? Okay, that's fine. We can then back off here. Still use the payload as our LOS, but we can like start jiggle peeking like this, okay? We just need to be more prepared. Obviously help a Junkrat cross. That is a perfect time for you to heal. I know obviously he's got the healing pile on him, but obviously because of the damage from the Bastion, really good initiative, so you know, go and help. Heal. Nice. Valk. That's fine. Right. Whenever they're frozen like this, you cannot, like, survive these guys, okay? Pretty much my kind of, like, main theme is as soon as people get frozen, you cannot save them the majority of the time. Like, in this scenario, your Junkrat is in the is in the arrest room and is frozen. There is absolutely no way you putting your beam on is going to help him survive, okay? We now need to think to ourselves, okay, how can we salvage this scenario? Oh, I can go in aggressive with my my Orisa, and I can also kind of like help my AlphaAli after the ultimate if she ends up like making it out alive, basically. But the way that we can get the most out of our scenario right now is to go in with our Orisa, damage boost her, who's going to go walk onto these two supports. If she gets down these two supports, great, then, you know, you can then, like, you know, use your Orisa, like, you know, to, like, you know, because what's going to happen is obviously these guys will be like, oh, we're going to the Orisa, and they'll start backing off, giving you a really good chance to res if you can. But, like, definitely this is your opportunity to push forward with the Orisa right now. See, nice heals on the AlphaAli. Nice res. I would have gone for the res straight away though, instead of like waiting a second, because what happens is Mei obviously goes into her ice block like really quickly, because obviously AlphaAli is shooting her and stuff like that. You do exactly what you did, drag the res around the wall, like exactly like you did. However, like, do it quicker, because then Mei's still going to be in her ice block, and she's either going to have to un-ice block early, and she's going to be really weak, in which case AlphaAli can just pick her off, or she's going to stay in it, which basically gives you a free res, okay? I'm going to be half an eye on your Orisa, though. So Orisa ended up getting quite a few picks, which is nice. So you can't get her, which is completely fine. Nice pistoling. We just go in a bit aggressive here, okay? Remember, Orisa is still gonna, you know, want to be aggressive on us and stuff like that. So it is fine. As soon as your Orisa dies, you just start backing off. Play this card again, because, you know, we have this Bastion here. And just play here and just damage with your Junkrat to get rid of this Orisa, okay? Same thing again with the cover. Obviously, you know, just be really, really cautious. Try to go in and damage with that AlphaAli ult again. And they don't touch you, which is really, really great. Okay. Angel, overall, right, I like your Mercy gameplay. I think it's really great. I like your movement. I love how, you know, you like can use your movement really well. Like, you know about the slingshots, you know about the super jumps. You seem really smooth with them. You seem really comfortable, which is good. Reses have been good as well. The ones that I've seen, obviously, you know, being in cover and stuff like that, really, really great. Valks, I can't remember. Valks were good, actually. Like, timing-wise is really good with the Valks. Just remember, we need to start using that cover a little bit more with our Valks, and it feels like that comes into our biggest main issue right now, okay? I want us to now basically look and see, okay, where can the enemy shoot me from? And don't stand anywhere near it. Do not peek it. Do not look at it. Just try to play basically so, like, you know, so they cannot see you, like, whatsoever. Be scared of the enemies, like, as much as possible, and just play behind, like, the cover as much as you can. And my other thing as well is we need to kind of damage boost a tiny bit more. Remember, we are in Diamond, right? Which means we can, like, really trust our team at this point. We're getting to the point where people know how to play the games and know how to do stuff, right? So I think there's a lot of times where we can go in, we can damage boost and be aggressive with certain people and stuff like that. But yeah. Anyways, right, so we'll keep on going. I'm just going to quickly skip forward a tiny bit to when we get out. See, nice. As say soldier hits, so the soldier's going to get the most damage boost out of it. So it's the same thing again, right? Whenever I'm pushing up on this this point, I like to play here up until the payload's moved up a little bit. Then I normally like to slingshot myself by jaying myself to someone here and then quickly jaying myself over to here. Once again, still allowing me to have that cover, and I also have really good LOS about these guys. And then if someone wants to go and, you know, flank up this way, then I'm here to like to peel for them. Like say your Reaper obviously, you know, starts like backing off, being really, really weak. I could be here and ready to pick him up on the just in case, okay? Damage boost is really good this round. So you have like some really good damage boost targets, which is really great. But we could get even better ones if we just apply it a tiny bit more than what we're doing. Oh, unfortunate. He didn't end up backing off for you enough, which is a little bit unfortunate. Nice of a damage boost on the soldier and everything. Just the same thing again, where it's like we're moving right now when we're safe, okay? If we are safe, keep that space, okay? Stay here. There is absolutely no reason for you to kind of like jay away here. You have your team, you have your soldier. All you could probably do here is back off more into this room, which is actually safer for you rather than like jaying yourself all the way out here. So play that safety. If you do end up kind of getting pressure a little bit more, just back yourself off inside this room a little bit more and play around here. Okay? Love this blue beam onto your soldier. It's really great. You need to have a AlphaAli. Very nice. Nice damage boost. Damage boost. Love the switch onto the damage boost on the AlphaAli because what's called soldier ends up getting walled off. Really, really nice from you there. So obviously you know people are going to be crossing. Go with your Reaper. It's damage boost, don't pistol. We need to damage boost Reaper here. Or like damage boost someone else. Nice. Use this doorway. Because you coming out this way is once again going to put you in LOS for these guys. Remember, you have this like little doorway that you can just like hop out of. Hop out of this side. It's a much safer rotation for you here. Okay? Nice kills though. Leave Reaper. Reaper's gonna do his own like little flanky thing. Let him do it. But once again, we're playing really pushed up. Like what's gonna happen is Zara's gonna walk in now and we're gonna be just stood here, right? Be now proactive and think to yourself, okay, they're gonna start pushing in. Where we're gonna be most safest? Well, we can stand up on this like little like ledge thing if we want to, or we can, you know, like crouch behind the payload or something. We essentially just want to be a little bit further back for when the Zara starts pushing in. Lovely blue beam though onto your soldier. Nice using the payload as cover. Nice, really good. Very nice damage boost onto Reaper. I love this. This is perfect. This is what we should be doing all the time. Whoever is being our most effective, we push up with them. I love this. We do not need this Valk though. Okay? Because right now, what's going to happen is your Orisa is not going to want to kind of like push into this team. Because that's going to be like extremely aggressive of her and she's going to get picked off, right? Your main aim now is just to keep this space. And up until they push in, which they won't do until they get their Mei back, you do not need your Valk, okay? So we can literally just stand here. Alari's going to push payload. So we can just stand here and we can just damage boost our Orisa or we can damage boost our soldier, depending on like who's like reloading or who's like doing whatever. Let your Reaper go up there and then do his like little flanky things, you know, let him do his thing. You can just stick main, play down here so you have your cover and play around here. If people start pushing up, okay, cool, you've got an Alari which you can like GA back to and do whatever. You can also GA like around here if you desperately need to. But right now, we do not need to Valk right now because your team is not going to be as like aggressive enough to go like wipe these guys up. You essentially just want to hold this space. Okay? What's also going to happen is they're just going to back out. They're just going to think to themselves, oh, well, they use Valk and they're just going to back out. Like, we could have done that entire thing without our Valk. Reaper things. Well, I don't know what Reapers do. I'm not a Reaper person. I haven't played Reaper since, like, Overwatch 1, I feel like. But it's obviously, we're pushing forward to go and help these guys. They are being very aggressive. Harder could be a Reaper. Nice use of cover. Really nice. God, oh, dude, really, really well baited, man. That was really, really great. So I feel as though you made the best out of like a bad scenario here. You know, you got the soldier out. You ended up like helping him out. Obviously, he gets shot off by the visor. Love how you don't go for the res and you play your cover. This is really, really great. And then what ends up happening is, I think I would have rather like you looked back to see if you could get back to your team. Obviously, you do end up getting like Mei ward and stuff like that. As soon as that Mei ward drops, though, we can look to escape. I don't think you would have escaped though, but it would have been cool if you did. I'm gonna be honest, but well played with the cover though. That's what we should be doing all the time. Use that cover like you just have. They have just wasted Blizzard as well, which is kind of huge. Yeah, use that cover like you just have, like just then. Use it like that all the time. Do we keep going? Obviously, let Reaper do his Reaper things. Nice, just GA underneath them. We don't use a slingshot there, by the way. We can literally just do a cancel GA and like end it here. So we can just like be ready. And we also have a GA like ready, like on the just in case. Also, if you hug this pillar, yeah, literally proving my point here, right? If you hug this pillar some more, it closes this angle between the team and you. Because as just proven with the soldier right now, you're getting shot at because you're opening the angle to allow them to shoot you, right? Close up the angle by playing a bit more closer to the pillar. It also allows you to peek your Orisa in case needed, like, you know, like around here. But it just really provides that extra cover for you, basically. Same thing with the slingshot. Again, we can just cancel so we can still, like, stay on the pillar. Nice. I push up with your team here. Nice. Push up with your team until the Mei on ice blocks, because right now you can't do anything with the Mei ice block. So go and damage boost Orisa or go and damage boost your Alari or something up until she on ice blocks. Then you can go and damage boost Soldier. That's a grab. They just die though. You either need to get out or die. Nice escape. Really nice. Really good decision making there from you as well. Really, really nice. Let's keep damage boosting him. Right, at this point, go and look to be with your soldier. At this point, you want to kind of like go to be with your soldier, like you want to rotate early here. So as soon as Allari peeks you, you rotate, because then it allows you to, you know, get your Bastion across if case, you know, Bastion wants to cross. If not, you want to be with your soldier here. Soldier has nearly got himself a visor, right? So he's going to essentially just sit here and kind of like spam out like this angle. So obviously allow him to do that. Then either everyone's going to push through here and you'll have a lot of ultimates to push through with, or your teammates are going to push main, and it gives you soldier like a really nice flank, okay? Rotate now. You can rotate across that really nicely. Just don't delay it, because you're basically telling the team like, hey, I'm gonna like, you know, rotate in a sec. Do that rotation as quickly as you can, okay? You don't need to help your Orisa here. Your Orisa has so much HP. She's just gonna do her thing. Stay up with your team and just start damage boosting and try to get a pick off with these guys, okay? Your Orisa will be fine rotating though. Obviously, soldier's kind of like gone off without you now, which is a little bit frustrating. We end up using this, I think, a bit because we're panicked. We're like, oh my gosh, what should I do, right? And I feel as though we're not thinking now like who we should be with and who our main blue beam should be, right? What should have happened here is we should have just completely left the Orisa, right? Orisa is not our main priority in this comp. Our main priority is our soldier and our Bastion. Orisa will be fine rotating up here because she has a lot of HP, and she'll have Allari with a pylon when she rotates back up, okay? This gives you full reign to be ready and with these guys, proactively already, basically with them for this flank. And then you only need to Valk if people either start getting low on this side or people start getting low on this side, and you want to kind of like balance between the two, in which case you can Valk and then play side to side. But right now you used it to try and get back to people when in reality you don't need to. Okay? And then we're not using our covers, so we end up getting, you know, taken out by visor. So overall, I think a bit of a waste of a Valk. We could have definitely won that whole entire thing out if we used our Valk a little bit smart, you know, a little bit smarter, and we used our cover a little bit more. Okay?
I've seen tougher spots.
We keep going. Obviously, we nearly got Bastion's going to be probably our next one. We also have visor. Same thing again. Obviously, we want to rotate with soldier. Basically go wherever soldier goes, you go. Really nice damage boost onto the Bastion though. But go with soldier. Wherever soldier goes, you go. Basically, how we're not with him, we could have got all that damage boost in. Really nice damage boost onto him here. Just keep damage boosting, you're not going to be able to kill her. Like, the only reason why you want to get out the Glock is either to pressure people or, like, if you're going to kill them. At this moment in time, you're not going to be able to kill, like, the Mei whatsoever. So just stay damage boosting. Damage boost while he's in bubble. Oh, okay. No. Ooh. Do not ask me how you got that off. Okay, let me rewind, because I feel as though you're a bit, like, you're a little bit lost throughout this entire bit, right? So, it's absolutely fine, you know, like, I would just sit here and ping the Mei and just sit back here, because you are, once again, you are safe. If you are safe, keep that space. Stay here. Play this pillar, damage boost these guys, okay, and try and, like, work down this Mei as much as you can. Obviously, make lots of wall. Nice how you end up back with the soldier, right. Whenever soldier's in bubble, put the damage boost on, because he's not going to take any kind of like damage, so you can just get in that really early damage boost. If the bubble fades and he's still quite weak, obviously then we can put the beam on. And then what ends up happening is I feel as though, because we're kind of like, we end up, you know, panicking a bit, and then we end up with the beam on the Zarya, right? We just need to kind of be a bit more careful, right? This orb is in front of the payload. We have a high charge Zarya, we have a Mei, we have a soldier. I don't know how you got away with this res, but we should have not been able to res here. If it was on top of the payload like this and you wanted to res here, this is perfectly fine, because this kind of like bit of the payload is pretty much Mercy's height. So it would have been fine if it was on top of the payload. But because it's in front of the payload, you end up resing it from like up here, which is extremely vulnerable to like all these guys and stuff. I would essentially, once soldier dies, bag yourself off, create that distance, and just allow yourself to damage boost this Zarya. So then you can, what's it called? Then you can like keep the space, and maybe like if they back off a little bit more, then you can maybe get the res off. The only issue is because it's so directly in front of the payload, what's going to happen is the payload will start moving, and it moves the orb with it, which is really frustrating. But so we end up getting the res off. Do not ask me how. I would have made that GA more directional to over to here, so you're out of the team fight, and then focus my damage boost onto the Zarya. Because what's ended up happening is, obviously, like, these guys are really walled off with, what's it called, the Mei wall, and the Zarya is really, really weak. Stay here with your Zarya to work these guys down before you go and help your soldier. Nice heals, obviously, onto Zarya. I like the block there, though. That's okay. That's a good block timing, right? Nice beams. We need to push payload here, though. Nah, someone else is on it now, which is great. Get your Glock out here, because obviously nobody can shoot him. Don't shoot. Okay. Don't shoot the bubble if you can, because obviously it will give the Zarya a charge and stuff like that. Just wait for the bubble to wear off. Bit of kind of healing him. Really nice. And I feel as you're just going to win it. Alright, so Angel, overall, okay, I like your movement. Your movement is good. Like, it's obviously very obvious that you know how to use Mercy's movement, which is really, really great, okay? Reses were good, apart from that last one that I do not like. The rest of them were really, really great, okay? I really enjoyed them. Valks, I feel as though need a tiny bit of work, which obviously I talked about, you know, the Valks individually and stuff like that, what the issues were. My main thing with you, though, is I need you to use your cover more, okay? Think to yourself, where are the enemies going to be? And then don't play anywhere near them. Like, literally, like, make sure that they cannot see you, they cannot get to you, and then kind of, like, listen out for, obviously, if they start pushing forward and stuff like that, then you can, like, back yourself away, like, you know, early and stuff like that, basically. What was my other thing I was going to say to you? My other thing is your beams and stuff like that. There was a really good part where you push forward with the Reaper and the Orisa, right? Really, really great. I like that. I want you to use that more, though, genuinely, like, you know, like, in, like, general team fights and stuff like that. Like, if your soldier's reloaded, or, like, if he's, like, taking a better angle, like, you know, maybe a sprinting around to go get, like, a different angle and stuff like that. Stay with your team and try to think to yourself, who's going to get the most out of my blue beam here, and try to damage boost them a little bit more. But I think your main thing, first of all, is play your cover. Definitely, bro. Angel, sorry. Learn where, like, the enemy team can attack from, learn where they're going to attack you from, and just play that cover. But that's it, Angel. Obviously, if you have any more questions, you know, please do let me know. But overall, a really, really strong VOD. Just really, you know, take care with, like, where you're playing. All right? But thank you so much to everyone on YouTube as well as on Twitch for watching this. Once again, you guys can get your own VOD review, the for 5,000 channel points. I do them on my Twitch on Mondays, but I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!